Qualcast Nation, happy holidays. Special episode here, mini cast on how we approach the holidays, how we stay healthy and luscious during the holiday season. First of all, quick shout out to Tristan Jari, new addition to the oil. Thank you, Stuart Skinner, for all the dedication. We love you, but it's time for a transition, a new era in Oiler Nation. And I have a good feeling that this is going to be a nice fit. But I digress. You're not here to hear about the oil. You're here to hear about how we live that healthy existence, especially over the holiday season. First of all, I want to say this. You should unwind during the holiday season. This is the time to connect with family, to unload on that busy work schedule, the busy life that you have. Time to be with family and friends and enjoy each other's presence and splurge a little bit. This is a time where, all the rules don't need to apply. But I'm going to give you the kind of approach that I do during the holiday season. And just to give you that guide, because there's nothing, like nobody wants to be way off their health and wellness plans going into the new year. You don't want to have that extra 10 pounds that you're walking into. So there's a nice median of where that I like to approach the holiday season. And hopefully this will be helpful to many folks out there. So first thing I like to do is I like to take 2 to 3 days where I know I am not going to be as active. I'm going to eat more than I normally would. I'm going to just enjoy life more. I am not committing this to a week. I'm not committing this to 2 weeks. I'm committing in and around Christmas usually, 24th, 25th, 26th, where I'm not fasting. I'm having that delicious pancake breakfast. I'm having that dessert and chocolates during Christmas period. Just to be human, just to connect and to enjoy the holiday season. And I think all of us should be doing this. Take that time to enjoy the stuff and be part of the holiday spirit. So, but when it comes to my general approach, similar principles that I've always been accustomed to. So if I am having that starchy meal, I'm going to have protein first. I'm going to, whether we're having that pancake breakfast and the sausages ready to go, I'm eating the sausages first, so that I'm going to have better control of my blood sugar. I'm going to have less of a blood sugar spike, and I'm going to be fuller. I'm going to be less craving the pancakes. So instead of having 4 pancakes, I might just have 2. You see what I'm saying? And so like those little tweaks that you can make just to make your holiday season not as extreme often can make a big difference. Second thing I like to do is still stay relatively active. And this looks different in different times, but for example, I might not be working out on Christmas Day, but I'm certainly going out for a walk after that breakfast, that brunch, that meal, taking the kids out, taking the dog out, they're just feeling that Christmas spirit, the holiday spirit where the lights are on and the neighbors are out walking. So this is the one that I enjoy doing, is making sure I get outside, enjoy that fresh air, and feel part of the Christmas spirit and get those steps in. And I mean, you've heard me say a million times, you're digesting that food better, you're burning more calories, you're walking off that meal, and so you're that much further ahead by staying in motion. And once again, this is not something that is, you're not going to be exhausted from it. And to be honest with you, you're probably going to want to move. You're probably going to want to get that fresh air in general. So this is something that I like to do to offset some of the badness of the holiday season. Third thing that I often will throw down, depending on what stage in the holiday season, is incorporating exercise snacks. So this could be while we're all watching NFL games. Anytime there's a first down, anytime there's a commercial break, we do some form of activity. Could be push-ups, could be air squats, could be burpees. I let the boys choose, but this way we stay active. We don't feel so attached to the couch and feel less guilty about having those chocolates and sweets later on during the day. So this one's not for everybody, but this is something that often we incorporate during the day, not necessarily on the peak like Christmas Day, but on those days outside of the Christmas window where things are starting to get back to normal a bit and you're trying to increase your activity. That's one that that I often think about. And then two other ones that I'll say. The second last one I'll emphasize is prioritize connection. Prioritize connecting with family and friends during this time. There's rare opportunities during the year where we're all slowing down. And to me, this is the best part of the holidays is all being together. And I'm one that has a teenager, and often they want to be downstairs or upstairs by themselves doing their thing. And this is a time where I'm like, we're all together in the room. We're all together watching those Christmas movies, eating together, laughing together. These are when memories are fostered, and the impact that it has on your mental health, the impact that it has on just connecting with the family is so important. And it's often these times can impact the future, how well you connect as a family, how well you move forward. Just emphasize that, like when in doubt, when you could be watching that movie downstairs or being on your phone, be together. Parents, emphasize this. Grandparents, I just saw this amazing study on like the impact that grandparents have on their kids. Like, let's be off our phones. Let's laugh together. Let's experience joy, because we rarely get to do this for an extended period of time. So this is the time to do it. Get on the FaceTime to your families that are across the country or across the world and enjoy each other. Last thing, a bit out of left field. This is another one that I like to do is at some point, just if I've been eating badly for the 2-3 days, I like to do the following day, just have add fasting to the mix. The way it looks for me is instead of having a meal at lunch, sometimes I'll just have my guy had a smoothie. And so that, usually it's around 500 calories, high in protein, and then have a normal supper. And that usually can get me back on track. Do that for a couple days. And usually I'm not putting on the weight during the holiday season. I'll come out maybe a pound or so more than my normal weight. But normally during this time of year, I end up not being too far off because of mitigating, like doing those things that we talked about, mitigating, stay moving, walking, protein first, adding that fasting component after 2 or 3 days of eating a little bit looser. Before you know it, when it's January 1st, 2026, you're that much further ahead. You're ready to hit the gym and you're energized. It's not as intimidating as you thought it was going to be. On the path to prevention over prescription, baby. All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for listening to this super quick mini cast. I hope this is helpful. I want you guys to enjoy the holiday season. Stay connected. Stay healthy. Don't drink and drive, folks. This is a really good, every once in a while, as putting on my ICU hat, we do see a lot of traumas and so forth. And this is a time to be together. And I highly encourage that. Thanks for listening. You guys are the best.